Hey, sixth graders. While our lesson loads here, maybe, let's try that again. There we go. Okay, so we are going to be reviewing all Unit 2, and then you will have a test on Unit 2 for your last math assignment of quarter 2. Lots of twos there. So this will be due tomorrow on Thursday. So you have no math assignments for Thursday and no science assignments, no new health assignment Friday. Many of your other teachers aren't giving you assignments, so make sure you're using that time to get caught up on missing work. And we're here if you need help with that, but let's get reviewing. So 3/4 of a gallon of batter is poured equally into 2 bowls. How many gallons of batter are in each bowl? 3/4 divided by 2, or half of 3/4, is 3/8. So if there's 3/8 gallon of batter in each bowl, 3/4 of a pan of lasagna shared equally by 6 friends. What fraction does each get? 3/4 divided by 6. And I forgot to put it in slash, so that's be 1/6 of 3/4, or 1/6 times 3/4. So we have 3/24, or 1/8 of the pan is what each friend gets. Next, Margot freezes 8 cups of strawberries. If this is 2/3 of the total strawberries that she picked, how many cups did she pick? 8 is 2/3 of what? So each unit represents 4, because 8 divided by 2 is 4, so 4 times 3 is 12, so she picked 12 cups of strawberries. And then here we have dividing by fraction by a fraction. So 8 9ths divided by 2 9ths gives us 4. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And 9 divided by 9 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 12 is 1. And then 7 divided by 3 is going to be 7/3, or 2 1/3. Find 3/4 divided by 1/2, then write a division story about it. So we have 1 1/2. Tia has 3/4 ounces of coffee grounds left in her coffee can. She needs 1/2 ounce to make 1 cup. How many cups can she make? 1 1/2 cups. Model the following using a measurement interpretation. So 3/5 divided by 1/4. So 3/5 is how many fourths? 12/20 divided by 5/20, because we need them to have the same denominator, is 12/5, or 2 2/5. And maybe it seems like I'm going through this a little fast. I am, just because there's a lot to go through. Feel free to slow down and pause at spots where you're lost and need to look at the problem longer, or skip ahead if you need to too. So we have 2/5 divided by 3 4/7. So we first need to convert it into a fraction. So 3 4/7 is 25 1/7. Then we divide. 2/5 divided by 25/7. 2/5 times 7/25 is 14 125. Next, we're doing some additions. We first convert them into decimals. 25.3 plus 376.77. Then we round them up to estimate it. Is 25 plus 377 is 402. Then we line them up to add properly, and we get 402.07, so our estimation was close. Use partial products and the distributive property to calculate the product. So we take 200 times 32 and 200 times 0.6, and then we add those together. We get 6,400 plus 120, which is 6,520. Kevin spends 11.25 on lunch every week during the school year. If there are 35.5 weeks during the school year, how much does Kevin spend on lunch over the entire school year? So 11.25 is every week times 35.5 gives us 399.375, but we need to round to the nearest penny, so he spends about $399.38. Next, divide 150 by 30. Remember, we can say it's 150 divided by 10 divided by 3, and then we can actually take, or we can drop that 0, so 15 divided by 3 is going to give us 5. 70,072. So first is your estimation. They rounded it down to 70,000 up to 20. Same thing as the last problem. They found their estimation is 3,500. Now the real answer, 19 goes into 70 3 times. That's 57, so we subtract. 19 goes into 136 times. Subtract, it goes into 167 8 times. And it goes into 152 exactly 8 times. So our answer is 3,688. Next, decimals. 18.6 divided by 2.3. and we can multiply both by 10 to have an even number for division. So 186 divided by 23 is going to give us 8.08869567217. Next, use mental math techniques to solve the following. Well, we can divide 770 divided by 7, which is 110. 14 divided by 7 is 2. Then we figure that out for 55. Okay? Remember when you're adding, and it looks like I copied those backwards. But an even plus an even is going to be an even, an odd plus an odd is also an even. So we're looking over here now because I copy and pasted them incorrectly. So 7 plus 9 is 16, and then an odd plus an even is going to be an odd number. Now for multiplication, an even times an even is an even, an odd times an odd is an odd, and an even times an odd is an even. Okay, I apologize for that miscommunication. Divisibility, if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. If it's divisible by 9, then it's divisible by 9. So 2,838 is divisible by which ones? 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 3 is 13, plus 8 is 21. That's divisible by 3. So it is just divisible by 3. Find the greatest common factor of 12 and 18. So we list all of the multiples. So 1 times 12 is 12, 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 4 is 12. Same with 18. The common ones are underlined, and the largest of those common is 6. So the greatest common factor is 6. Least common multiple general rule is to start with the first 10 multiples, so 12 times 1 all the way up to 12 times 10. We again underlined the similar ones, or the same, and then, and then bolded the lowest of those. So 36 is the least common multiple of 12 and 18. And then we looked at the Euclidean algorithm to find the greatest common factor. So first you divide the larger of the two by the smaller. If there's a remainder, divide it into the divisor. So we did that here. And then continue dividing until it's done. So 50 divided by 30, 30 goes into it once. And then 50 minus 30 is 20. 30 divided by 20 goes in once. 30 minus 20 is 10, and 10 goes into 20 twice, so our greatest common factor is 10. So that's it for your review. Again, please go back if you are stuck on a certain thing or have questions. Let me know before you take the test. Otherwise, your assignment for Thursday is the Unit 2 test. Again, no other assignments after that, so get caught up on any missing work, and have a great rest of your week and a great Christmas break.